Awesome, guys. So, welcome to one of the biggest learnings of your life. Now, you may be well versed in the law of attraction. You may think you're well versed in the law of attraction, or you may be like, I'm not even sure what this is. So, it doesn't really matter, right? So, what I want you to do for this next small learning, this next 5 or 10 minutes, is I want you to put all your thoughts and predispositions about law of attraction aside, and I want you to just pretend it doesn't exist. Because I want you to just be neutral. I want you to be open. If there's fears around this, just let go of your fears. Okay, I really want you to immerse yourself in this. There's one key learning that I'm going to say at the start of this, which is going to set you up for the learning, and that is I don't understand how electricity works, but I don't hesitate to turn on a light when I need it. Now, you don't need to understand the physics of this and how it works. All you need to do is be open, trust the universe, and know that it's going to back you. It's the same as a light. Don't hesitate to turn on a light, do you? And you do. So I want you to be really, really open with this learning. So at the end of this, you're going to learn the power of the laws of attraction. The outcomes for you is you're going to have your own awakening. You're going to really find and create a new life. You're going to have endless opportunity, abundance, awareness, and peace. This comes after you commit, after you be all in and let go. Each component that makes up your life experiences is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Your money and financial assets, your body state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size and shape, your work environment, how you are treated, work satisfaction, and rewards indeed, the very happiness of your life experience in general is all happening because of the story that you tell. Now that's the truth. We form a story about ourselves and we believe it to be true. We keep telling that story, and the universe keeps allowing that story to continue. The universe is kind of like a reflection of you. What you send out, it gets reflected back. I really want you to reflect on this. Everything in your life is a resultant of you, nothing else. The world's not against you. You're not out of luck. It's not that you're just not cut out for anything. So we need to cut away those ideas and those stories that we tell ourselves, and we need to start to formulate a new story. What you have become is what you have thought, a belief that is deeply intrinsic with the law of attraction. I want to say that again. What you have become is what you have thought. With the spread of this concept of Western culture also came the term karma, a belief that is popular throughout numerous societies. I know you've heard of karma, like positive karma, and some people have some terrible things, and we just say, oh, they've had bad karma in their life. Now, karma goes from previous life forms, and it's, very, intrinsic, and it's very in people's lives, and it's a belief set that's founded in obviously more cultures or religions than not, even in philosophies like Buddhism. So I want you to start to understand that what you have become is what you have thought. Now, there's a really, really cool book called Pygmalion in the Classroom. And that couldn't be even more true about when this comment of what you've become is what you've thought. So it was about a group of kids who they were troublemakers at school. And they're always, they're failing school. They were the troublemakers, and they never really fitted in. They were socially difficult to handle, cognitively and academically. They really struggled. And then this lady came along, and she created a new environment. And she brought them into a room, and she gave them this test, and they finished the test. And then she came back to them and she said, oh my God, you guys are gifted. And these kids are like, what? And she's like, you guys are incredibly gifted. Like, the reason you guys are struggling, you're not fitting in, and the reason that, there's this antisocial behavior is because you guys are actually child geniuses. And these kids were baffled by it. But what she did there at that moment, she formed a new identity. And so she treated them like geniuses. She says, I have to do all these extended maths and English and science, and we need to get you new classrooms because you guys are like the cream of the crop. You guys are the head of the school. You guys are incredible. Now, what ended up happening is these kids knuckled down. They changed. They formed a new identity. And these kids went on and they rocked it. Their grades, their academic qualifications, you name it. They were the guys at the bottom of the school, and they then just crushed it. And that's the truth. Why? Because you created a new identity, a new story for them. They weren't delinquents. They weren't troublemakers. They weren't, dumb, or any of those sort of comments or reflections that we might have said about them. What she did, she changed it. She said, you guys are actually geniuses. That's why you've been struggling. That new story, that new identity created their future. That's the truth. As you think, so you become. That's very much a simplistic perception about you, your thoughts, and the law of attraction. As you think, so you become. The Buddha said that. And again, it's so true. So I want you to really reflect on this, because the truth is, right, every single one of your experiences in life, good, bad, have been shaped by you alone. You're free to take charge of your life and free yourself forever from the cycle of fear, worry, or negativity, which has held you back for too long. Of all the pain and suffering in your past, there's always a story, there's always a learning, there's always a reason that you went through that. There's always a reason the universe has allowed you to be involved in that situation or experience. The key for you is looking at that, looking at the learning, looking at the growth, looking at how you can use that to take your life to the next level. Sometimes it's painful, and I get that, but that's where your growth lies. Whatever vibrations you send in the universe will send back. You just need to identify these signs and synchronicity. So you send signs of positivity, you help people, you assist, you support, and you look for the signs of the world saying thank you. It could be all of a sudden you look up, you see a shooting star. They're like, wow, how crazy is that? I never look in the sky, I just looked up and there's a shooting star. That's synchronicity. That's the universe communicating with you. All of a sudden there's a gentle breeze from nowhere when you've done something. All of a sudden there's an animal or there's someone that you've come in contact with. There's not coincidence here, it's synchronicity. And that's the truth. I was actually running the other day, and I was listening to this podcast, and there's this lady talking about the law of attraction. And she had a really neat way of explaining it, and sort of as a metaphor. She kind of said, like, the law of attraction isn't necessarily what the universe is going to give to you, but it's more about what you're going to give to the universe. She said the law of attraction is kind of like you, and you're a flower. And when you open up, you allow all these other things to enter your world, like bees and pollen. So you then create this ecosystem for others to thrive in, to live in. So really the law of attraction is about you opening up and others thriving as a result. And that's the truth. So it's not really about what the universe is going to give you, but it's about you being comfortable in letting go, opening up, and then watching the rest of the ecosystem around you grow as a result of you opening up. The resultant of everyone in your universe or in your immediate environment growing up and growing as a result impacts on your world. That's how it works, and it's pretty cool. Truth is, the more time you dedicate to learning to use the law of attraction effectively, the more fulfilling and rewarding your life can be. I know it might sound weird, but I look for signs and I see signs. Before I go for a run, I always set an intention. The intention behind my run is I want some clarity or perspective on this, or I need an answer for this, or I want some strength. And then I'll just set it aside. I'll let it go. During my run, something will happen or whatever it might be, and bang, the answer comes. Or I see something, or I just think about something, I'm like, of course, that's the answer. All of a sudden, the roadmap of what I need to do comes present, and it's the universe communicating. When that happens, I just say thank you. And you might think that it sounds crazy, but that's okay. This is the truth. This is how the universe works with us. This is how we work with the universe. Truth is, there's no restrictions. Open your mind and enjoy the natural abundance of the universe. When you do this, the world takes on a whole new meaning. Your world will become brighter. When you realize that you are one with the universe and the universe is one with you, life takes on a new course. I want you to be open-minded. I want you to really reflect on this. As I said, we don't know how or why this works. All we know that it does work. The day you're going, I cannot explain it, Rob, so I can't do it. Go back to my electricity theory. You don't hesitate turning the light switch on. Bang, there comes the light. All I ask you to do is be open. Learn, apply, and then you'll start to see the noticeable difference in your world. You'll start to see these synchronicities. You'll start to see the universe communicating with you. And when you see that, it's a magical experience.